Most High, right? Lord willing, you brothers, sisters, and children, right? Been waxing mighty in the spirit, right? You've been praying, fasting, studying, right? Hey, loving one another, exhorting one another in these last days, right? Displaying the same love, long suffering, and forgiveness upon your brothers and sisters as the Most High ain't done to us, man. To wake us up in this thing, to understand who we are, right? To have more love amongst one another, right? And Lord willing, you watching the signs and the prophecies that's kicking off, and you stand occupied, right, until the day of the Lord, that you may get delivered and you be found blameless in that day, man, right? So, hey, I want to kick it off with the book of 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 2.
It's the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 4 and verse number 2. Preach the word.
What?
Preach the word. Be instant, in season, out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering.
Right, so we're here to preach the word, right, and to use the words of the Most High to exhort you, right, and to reprove you, right, whether that be correction, whether X, Y, and Z, right, that you may strive and become better in these things, in this thing in the last days, man, right, you be increased, they become a better man or a better woman that you were the day before, man, right, so we have to preach the word and use the words of the Most High, right, to do these things. Give me Acts chapter 18, verse number 4.
The book of Acts, chapter 18 and verse 4. And he reasoned in the synagogue every Sabbath, and persuaded the Jews and the Greeks.
You said, say it from the top again, so like.
And he reasoned in the synagogue every Sabbath, and persuaded the Jews and the
Right,
Greeks.
so we're going to persuade those that know they're Israelites, right? They're keeping the commandments, right? They've been in this thing 3, 4, 5 years, right? And those the newcomers, man. They starting to figure this thing out. They're trying to find out what the Passover is. They finding out about the fringes. Where can you get some fringes at? Right? Where do I get? You just got your first Bible, your first Apocrypha, right? We're here to persuade them, man. Right? And to be steadfast in the faith, right? And continue to strive for the master, right? Continue to run this race, right? And Lord willing, you get salvation. Hey, finish that up.
That was it.
Do the next verse.
Gone. And when Silas and Timotheus
That
were,
was it. That's like that was it. Okay, God. My brother got it.
Give me Psalm 118 and 24.
it's the book of Psalms, chapter 118 and verse number 24. This is the day which the Lord hath made.
This is what?
This is the day which the Lord hath made.
Today is the Sabbath day. You know, it's one of the highest of holy days because we have it on a weekly basis. And it's a requirement for brothers to come together and magnify the name of the Lord together. Go ahead.
We will rejoice and be glad in it.
No, we're going to be mad.
We will rejoice and be glad in it.
No, we're just going to be upset.
We will rejoice and be glad in it.
And days like this, we need to be in the spirit at all times. Give me Zephaniah 2 and 1.
It's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse number 1. Gather yourselves together. Gather together, O nation not desired.
Right.
Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass, as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Before what?
Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
And we need to be gathering together in the last days because the Lord is going to be sending fierce anger upon this land, you know, soon to come. You know, though it's hairy, we got to wait for it. You know, it's a lot of evil things going to come. Got famines that's coming in the world, you know, of food and drink, but it's also going to be a spiritual famine in these last days as well. So we need to be gathering together with like-minded individuals and saying, thus saith the Lord. Man. Go ahead.
Before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness.
Do what?
Seek righteousness.
Right.
Seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger.
Hey, and we doing these things so the Lord can find our works perfect, and we get the sure mercies of David and get up out of this place when it comes to an end.
Right.
If you do the book, Sirach, chapter 33, and verse number 17.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 33, verse 17. Consider that I labor not for myself only, but for all of them that seek learning.
Hey, and like brothers bringing it out mighty, man. Every week, they go out there in the camp, to edify the sheep, reasoning in the synagogues, reasoning, right, on the streets, reasoning with the brothers and the sisters that's trying to seek learning, man. right? And reasoning with them out the scriptures and showing them who they are. And we out there, brothers that go out there, hey, risking their lives, man, right? Hey, week in and week out, hey, making their body live in sacrifice, right? Because that's their reasonable service. And they don't do it for themselves only. They do it for all of them that's out there that see learning, right? Could you give me the book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4?
It's the book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse number 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime,
For what?
Whatsoever things were written aforetime.
These things that was written aforetime, hey, is these prophecies, right? That was left down from our ancestors, right? Hey, from the Israelites that came out of Egypt, who got the commandments, and who seen the wonders of the Lord, right? And they passed it down to generation, until now, right? Because these things are written aforetime, read.
For a learning.
What's for what?
For a learning.
Just a book.
For a learning.
That
We, through patience and comfort of the scriptures.
Patience and comfort of the scriptures, because these scriptures bring comfort, right? When you get comfortable, hey, you get a little bit patient, right? When you go into these scriptures, right? Hey, these scriptures give you comfort, and they make you patiently wait on the Most High, right? For the sure mercies of the Lord, right? Because he's not a God that he should lie, man. Right? Nor is he the son of man that he should repent. Right? So why would he go back on his word? Right? Can you read?
Might have hope.
Might have what?
Might have hope.
And the hope is in the kingdom of the Most High God. Right? But it's not.
Come on. So we're gonna kick it off. I titled this video, right, kill the old man before he kills you, man. We gotta put this old man away. Right? And we were found favorable in the eyes of the Most High to be able to come in His truth and become that new man. All right, give me 1 Samuel chapter 10 verse 6 real quick.
It's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 10 and verse number 6. And the Spirit of the Lord will come upon thee.
Right, so when you came in this thing, right, when the Most High chose you, right, you start to understand this truth, you start to keep the commandments, and the Spirit came upon you, man. Right? And you didn't know about righteousness. You didn't know what was good for you. Right? You didn't know about this truth. Right? When that Spirit came upon you, right, read.
And thou shalt prophesy with them.
Right? You start to prophesy, man. You start to get in the scriptures. You learn about the prophets. Right? You start to change. You start to change your ways, your sayings, man. Read.
And shall be turned into another man.
What happened?
And shall be turned into another man.
Turned into a completely new man. Right? Into a whole another man.
Right.
Now the people that see you, right, and you kind of looking different, man. You talking different. You moving different. You glowing. Right? And you was found favorable and chosen from the foundations of the world, right, to come into this light, man. To come into this truth. To be molded into a new man, that you may be that light, right? So, hey, we have to, when you come into this truth, you having the opportunity to become that new man, that old man is always going to creep up on you, man. It's not just you just come fully in the truth and now it's just, you wipe your hands off, he gone. No, he going to creep up, man.
Right.
It's going to be like damn, the Michael Jackson Thriller video, man.
Right.
Coming out the graves, man.
Right.
That old man, you see that finger, you better stump that finger, man. Alright? What was that game they used to have? Whack-a-mole, man. You better, whack it. Right? You see that old man creeping, that's spiritual, man. You see that old man creeping up, you starting to move in that old spirit. Right? Everybody knows how they used to move in the world, man.
Right.
Right? Jake, a lot of Jake's here, man. Quick to anger. Right? Just quick to anger. Any little thing you want that. Right? He got me. You know what, man? You got me effed up.
I hate spirit.
Alright? So, you becoming a new man. Give me Colossians 2 and 12.
It's the book of Colossians, chapter 2. It's the book of Colossians, chapter 2 and verse 12. Buried with him in baptism.
Said what?
Buried with him in
So
baptism.
he got buried, man. That old man, he got put in the dirt. Right? When you got washed, which is the baptism with this word, man. Right? You got spiritually washed with the word. Right? You start cleansing your mind, your ways, and you got buried, man. That old man got put in the dirt. And all of his ways, all of his mindset, you know what I'm saying, it got put down, man. And what?
Wherein also ye are risen with him through the faith of the operation of God.
See, now you're risen. Now you on the spirit, because it's spiritual, man. You put the flesh down, like, and now your spirit is risen into a whole new man, right? Now you're thinking different, right? Your mind is towards the Lord, right? Your mind is towards doing the work of the Lord, right? You're a whole different person. Read.
Who hath raised him from the dead.
Read.
And you being dead in your sins and the uncircumcision of your flesh, hath he quickened together with him, having forgiven you of all trespass.
Right, and you be quickened together. Why? Because you put away all of your old sins, man. And chiefly, that's what killing the old man is.
Right.
Because that's what the old man's trying to get you back to sin. Right? You smell that blunt smoke in the air, man. That's that proof. I don't even know what they call it, man. I was gonna say some damn liquor. I don't even know what they call it. That's that za. Right? That pressure, that zaza, that pressure, that gas. Right? Now you starting to say all the old, trying to get fried. Right? Now you starting to talk like the old man. I remember when you ever heard a brother say, "I remember when I used to do so and so," and it's dealing with, weed or something. Hey, you gotta watch that brother, man. I remember I used to get, man. Yeah, we used to, we used to ride, man. Then he started to reminisce. Then he might call up that homeboy, man. His homeboy say, I'm right around the corner. Somehow he right around the corner.
Right.
Where you at? I'm on Wash Ave. Oh yeah, I'm on Spruce right now, man. Pull up. All right.
Like white spirit.
And I got the whole thing on me. All right. Just pull up.
You know you got it.
Right, and I got the Rellos on. And now you back smoking, man. And you gotta kill that old man before they grew up, and then you start sinning, man. My brother's got it.
Go to the book of James chapter 4, verse 4.
This is the book of James, chapter 4, and verse number 4.
Yeah.
Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God?
Is what?
Is enmity with God? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world
Is a what?
is an enemy of God.
Is a what?
Is an enemy of God.
Man, you can't be in and out this thing, man. You can't be halfway in the truth and halfway in the world. Like how they say, man, I'm 1 foot in the streets and 1 foot out. Nah, you can't be. You either all the way in this thing and you loving the Most High God, or guess what? You're gonna find yourself as an enemy of the Most High God when you love the world, man. Right? Because like it said in 1 Corinthians 3:19, the wisdom of this world is foolishness. And the Most High God is not a God of confusion and folly, man. Right? He straight is what it is. Ain't no side talking, ain't no I really meant to say. Nah, if the Most High said it, he said it, and he meant it. Right? So you can't be a friend of this world, you know what I'm saying? And love God. Right? Because if you're a friend of this world, you're an enemy with the Most High God. And best believe the Most High God got infinite reach. He's going to touch you all the way from the third heaven. Right? Give me the book of Luke chapter 14 and verse 27.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 14 and verse number 27. And it reads, and whosoever doeth not bear his cross,
Do not what?
whosoever doeth not bear his cross, and come after me, cannot be my disciple.
Hey, so this a lot of the times where you see a lot of men, right? They'll go back into the world, right? That old man, like the brother was saying, somehow that homie around the corner, right? Just somehow, you get that lean back spirit. You lean back, right? You know you got some way. Like, hey, the brothers called you, they come do some work, some overtime camp, right? You already told the brothers you was gonna do overtime camp, or you supposed to did a video with the brother. You know what I'm saying? But you got lean back. You didn't have that lean back, like, man, reminiscing.
Yeah.
You watching something that made you think about back in the day, so now you lean back. Like, man, I remember I used to.
So that old picture.
You on Instagram or Facebook, like, man, I miss that dude, man. What he up to? Then you lean back.
The memories popping up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 8 years ago on this day.
He tagged you in the memories.
Right. Then you lean back. Now you're here in the sky, eyes in the clouds. And then you get that call, and it's him. And it's him. You know he got the, hey, you don't even gotta ask, you just know he got what you need on. Not what you need, but what your flesh is lusting for. It's in the car. You pull up, you smell it.
See that?
You smell it. Now your mouth watering.
You already thinking about it.
You know what I'm saying? Now you that gonna licking your lip, trying to. You see him hitting that blunt.
Yeah.
Now he accidentally put it down like a little cloak too. You kind of like reach for it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I thought you went. Yeah, let me. Now you back in the world, man. Right? Whole time you ain't know you home, you smoke movies now. Now you bugged the hell out. Right? You got cocaine on the weed. You know what I'm saying? Now you out there fiending. Now you out there junkied out. And because you became an enemy of the Lord and you chose to follow after your flesh. And the Most High God, and he struck you. Right? Like it said in Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 18, you're going to be judged 7 times more by sin.
Right.
It's going to be 7 times more worse than what it was when you was in the word. They know nothing, man. Right? It's because the old man, right, is enmity. The old man clings to things in the world. He cleaves to it. Right? Just like Ruth cleaves to the Israelites, man. Right? You know what I'm saying? Hey, your flesh clings to the world. And it desires to do things that's on the earth. Mm-hmm. Right? Let me give one more precept. Go to the book of Sirach, the 13. Start at verse 13.
Book of Sirach, chapter 13, and verse number 13.
And we can't cleave to the world, man. Right? We must separate ourselves from the world, like the brother was just saying. Hey, like the old man, he like that daggone Michael Jackson thing, man. You see that finger come out, man, you better hit it with a sledgehammer. Better break it. Right? Right? You better dice it up. Right? You don't even want it to come out. You don't even want a finger out that grade. You better hit it with a spade and throw some more dirt on top. Hey, put some cement on that man. Right?
You got brothers letting it come all the way up. I wonder what it look like.
I wonder what it look like. I'll look hard as a zombie.
Yeah. Is my gold chain still on? Or did it deteriorate?
That's madness. You know what I'm saying? Did that diamond ring I put? Yeah. I used to be icy. I used to be getting money. I wonder if that money didn't get damaged by the dirt.
It's crazy.
Now you want to go dig them up.
Mm-hmm.
Now you want to go dig it up. No, but you got to separate from that, man. Right? Keep bringing it up.
Sirach, chapter 13, and verse 13.
Uh-huh.
Observe and take good heed, for thou walkest in peril.
Thou walkest in what?
In peril.
In peril, man. Right? This is afflictions, man. This is persecutions, man. Right? You're getting persecuted by the lust of your flesh every day.
Right.
Right? You know what I'm saying? You fighting against yourself. Bro, put out Michael Jackson. He said the man in the mirror, man. Mm-hmm. You fighting against the man in the mirror every day. Right? Bring it out.
Of thy overthrowing,
Uh-huh.
when thou hearest these things, awake in thy sleep.
Awake in thy sleep. Right? You got to awake in thy sleep, man. Right? You're in peril of thy overthrows, man. Your flesh is trying to overthrow you. That old man is trying to get you to trip. Right? You walking through the graveyard, you walk past your grave, and that old man hand kind of like grab your foot. Trying to get you to trip. Trying to, come on, don't leave. They try to tie your shoestrings together so you can fall. Nah, you can't get overthrown, man. Keep reading, you gotta separate. Keep reading them.
Love the Lord all thy life, and call upon him for thy
He
salvation.
said do what?
Love the Lord all thy life.
All thy life. That's some of it. Because the Most High God, and he brought you to life. Right? And he gave you love by, guess what? Giving you his commandments. Right? And showing you how to love him. So you gotta love the Lord all thy life, read.
And call upon him for thy
And
salvation.
you gotta call upon him for thy salvation. Keep reading.
Every beast loveth his life,
Uh-huh.
and every man loveth his neighbor.
Every man loveth his neighbor. Hey, every beast. I ain't never seen a damn lion deal with a damn tiger, man. Right?
Exactly.
I ain't never seen that, man. I ain't never seen a damn hippopotamus walk hand in hand with a cheetah, man. Right? Like this Madagascar, you got a hippo, a lion, a zebra, and a damn lemur, man. Right? Singing songs.
That's crazy.
This is not. You don't see these animals coexisting together, man.
Kicking it.
Just kicking it, chopping it up. You don't see that, man. Talk about some Gloria. You look nice today.
That's crazy.
Talk about some King Julian, like the movie, man.
That's crazy.
Right? You ain't gonna see that, man. Bring it out. Keep reading.
Gone. All flesh consorteth according to his kind,
Uh-huh.
and a man will cleave to his like.
And a what?
And a man will cleave to his like.
You read verse 16.
That's 17. What fellowship hath the wolf with the lamb?
Verse 16 one more time.
All flesh consorteth according to his kind.
All flesh is consorted according to its kind. Right? So look, you know, if you low-key thinking about the world, right, you want the old man back. And that's why you're gonna start consorting to them old friends, consorting to them old ways, right? Because that's your light, right? That's what you desire. You want that, right? You're gonna get that. Because that's what the Lord gonna very much, give you over into that. If you don't rebuke that, right? Read it.
And a man will cleave to his like.
Uh-huh.
What fellowship hath the wolf with the lamb?
You can drop that. But you got it. Brothers got it. You got to point out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and when you do, you can see that through the spirit. You know what I'm saying? You can see it at zoos. I had a dog. I had a Rottweiler and a cat. My Rottweiler wasn't no Rottweiler for real.
Right.
I used to torture the cat and put a damn collar on and make it be. That mug was more tough than the Rottweiler.
See that?
They get destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen a pony taking care of a puppy. You can look at it on the internet. They get destroyed.
You get destroyed, man.
Move a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying?
Get the moving not like how it's supposed to move.
Yeah.
Right? Got a lion coexisting with humans. He over here fake biting his head all soft.
Yeah.
So you don't hurt him. Nah, man, you gotta rip your damn head off, man. Right? You got a bear.
Damn on the unicycle.
Okay, on the unicycle, like Yogi. Got the Yogi Bear spirit, man. Put a hat on him in a suit. It's like
On the Cleveland Brown show.
madness, man. Got it out.
Give me Deuteronomy 32:7. Kind of let me back off the brother point.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 7. Remember the days of old.
What the Lord say?
Remember the days of old.
And remembering the days of old isn't going to, meditate on those things.
Reminisce.
Like the brother was saying, you're looking at your memories, talking about, man, I used to be making moves back then, man. I was it. I was the man.
Oh, man.
I was an HNIC. That's off, man. The Lord ain't dealing with that. Keep going.
Consider the years of many generations.
And you got to consider those years of many generations. Look upon those works and you see where they profitable. What did you get out of that? How did you help somebody else, man? It's a different man that you're supposed to put on when you come into this truth.
Right.
Not being like back in the world when they had the drug dealers sitting there on Thanksgiving giving turkeys out to the hood, man.
Right.
That ain't helping your community when you selling drugs and poison is killing people, man.
Right.
You got a point?
I appreciate it.
Come on. Get it out there. Keep on it.
Ask thy fathers, and he will show thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee.
And you got to go to the elders, you know what I'm saying, to get understanding. What are elders doing now? We be out there at camp on Fridays. Every time we talk to older men, what are they doing? I'm out here looking for women. I'm out here looking to make some money. That's madness, man. The elders aren't telling our people how to be young men. And we was talking to the sister yesterday that she was saying that these young women, they take offense to everything. But we trying to tell her, sister, you got to get in this thing so you can be the example to show them how they should live, man.
Right.
What's your precept?
Psalm 44:1.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 44, and verse number 1. We have heard with our ears, O Yahweh, our fathers have told us what work thou didst in their days and the times of old.
All right, read it again.
Gone. We have heard with our ears, O Yahweh, our fathers have told us.
All right, what?
Our fathers have told us.
Man, that's one of that kind of going into the curses. Without men being in the house, there's nobody to train up the young men. So now they being YNs, think that they can be drug dealers. That's why every brother you talk to, when you ask them, what do you want to be when you grow up? The first thing they say is a athlete. You know what I'm saying? They say they want to be a rapper. None of these things are profitable. We need doctors in the truth, man. We need lawyers in the truth.
Right.
We need people who we can go to that's gonna help us when we in the jam.
Right.
People that can help us with our future, man. Where's the teachers? Like all of our teachers, they teaching what the alphabet community, man. That's
Right.
what they learning in school now.
Right.
Took slavery out of the system, and we need somebody to step up and do these things, man. Go ahead.
What work thou didst in their days.
Say what work thou didst in their days, man. Going back into them days of old, looking at what did we do before this truth, man. What did we do when you first came into the truth, when you first got on fire? When you was still lukewarm and was straddling the fence trying to figure this thing out. All those things you can use for an example to help better yourself. Keep going.
And the times of old.
And the what?
And the times of old.
Right. And they go to 2 Corinthians 13:5. It's one of my favorite precepts, man.
So look at 2 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 5. Examine yourselves.
Do what?
Examine yourselves.
Uh-huh.
Whether you be in the faith.
And that's how you examine yourself to even see if you're in the faith. When you looking back on the things that you used to do, man, you kind of realize, hey, I've grown from that, man. It's brothers, most of the brothers I've ever even talked to in the truth all had issues with that smoking demon. All had lust issues when they first came into the truth. But over time, you tend to put that stuff behind you. It get a little easier. When you around righteous brothers and you got people to kind of hold you accountable, give you an example, and give you a hurdle to be able to jump over, give you a line to cross. And that's what these scriptures are, man. We always talk about how this walk is a marathon. You got to be able to endure that thing until the end. And that examination goes on a daily basis. You can't just do it one time on just Day of Atonement. When you put sackcloth and ashes on, and now all of a sudden you're examining yourself. Right. But then the other 359 days out of the year, you freaking off, man.
Right.
Just following in the ways of your lust, just looking at reels like, yeah. And then you get around brothers and now you feel mighty in the spirit. That ain't how it works, man. Keep going.
Examine yourselves, whether you be in the faith. Prove your own selves.
What?
Prove your own selves.
Right?
Know ye not your own selves?
Hey, man, I always make this point, man. When the Lord asks questions, it kind of hurt. It's like when people ask you something in the world. The Lord say, don't you know your own self? Who gonna know you better than you?
Right.
You're the only person to spend 24 hours a day with yourself. The brothers ain't always gonna be there. Your wife ain't gonna always be there. Your kids ain't gonna always be there. The elders ain't gonna always be there. You're not gonna have a video playing 24 hours a day, and the elder that's teaching is able to sit there and be like, interrupt his lesson and be like, what are you doing, brother? Like, you got to be able to know your own self, man. Yeah. Every time that you even look away, you watching the video and you like, right. You following along, you highlight stuff, you making points, and a woman walk by with no clothes on, and you look at and you got his back on the video. He like, hold on, brother. Hey, stay focused, man. Hey, it ain't gonna work like that, man. Keep going.
Except you be how that Yahweh Shah Mashiach is in you, except you be reprobate.
Hey, you don't want to be looked at as a reprobate. Go into Blue Letter. Let's look at what that word reprobate means. You don't want to be looked at as a reprobate. That sounds like, even if you don't even know what it means, a reprobate sounds like a bad word, man.
God, this is reprobate in Greek.
I'm gonna pull it up in
Strong's G96, Adakimos.
Right. It's Strong G96. It says not standing the test.
Said not what?
Not standing the test.
Hey, you ain't able to stand the test. Brothers putting burdens on you. You can't deal with it. You can't get through it. Go ahead.
Not approved.
Not what?
Not approved.
Hey, the Lord wants you battle tested. You know what I'm saying? Keep going on that.
That which does not prove itself, such as it ought, unfit.
Unfit. You don't want to be unfit. Everybody has been to that gym for the first time when you like, all right, I'm going to start getting it together. There's people that's unfit in there.
Right.
You can tell that the people ain't been spending day in, day out for years working on their body. Kind of got a gut, kind of arms get kind of droopy. Say they're doing the Stairmaster, they kind of tired 30 seconds in. They getting on the machine, don't even know how to use it. That's how it is. You don't want to be unfit with the truth. Somebody hand you a Bible and you sitting there, you like, yeah, I'm going to go to Genesis and this is 2 Corinthians. You don't know where you at, man. You looking, looking 20 years down the line, man. You don't want to be unfit in this truth, man. Is it more than that?
It says worthless.
Worthless.
Literally or morally. Cast away.
Cast away. Hey, man, it was that movie Cast Away. The brother was stuck in that, I mean, not brother, but you know, the guy, he was stuck in a boat, man, in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
It's kind of jammed up. You don't want to be lost like that. Yeah, when you're trying to mingle that old man with the new man, you kind of caught out there. You lost in this thing. Keep going.
Rejected.
Rejected. And you don't want to be denied by the Lord. That day your house shall come back and he said, I never knew you. Depart from me. You break like God's laws. And you said, I was keeping the Sabbath day. As soon as I found out about the truth, I bought 20 sets of fringes.
Right.
And the Lord don't care. He said, I got all the pork out of the house. Yeah, but did you keep the feast days? Did you gather with brothers? There's brothers in the city. And you like, no, I'm an individual. Like, I do this thing on my own. And now you're breaking down verses all kind of crazy, talking about something. No, that's not what it means. And now you got the whole Israel going crazy over John 1 and 1. Like, what are we doing? What is going on, man? Keep going on 2 Corinthians 13:6.
Time. But I trust that ye shall know that we are not reprobate.
The what?
That we are not reprobate.
Hey, and that's how you want to filter that question. It said, but I trust that ye shall know. It's supposed to be evident. You're supposed to be able to look at a brother and be like, yeah, he ain't no reprobate. He doing what he can, man. He trying to stay grounded. So, but if you ain't trying to stay grounded, hey, brothers can see that thing. Keep going.
Now I pray to Yahweh that ye do no evil.
That what?
That ye do no evil.
It's that simple, man. Leave the old man behind and all them wicked deeds that he did, man. We knew stuff was wicked when we was in the world. You do something and as soon as you get home, you like, man, I shouldn't even went over there. What's that Ryan Isley song, that Contagious? That's what happened. As soon as he came up the steps and he caught him, and R. Kelly was like, hey man, I never should have came over with this.
Yeah.
And he knew he shouldn't have did it, man. You knew if it was wrong. It hurt you back then. So let alone the truth, it definitely should. Keep going.
Not that we should appear approved, but that ye should do that which is honest.
And you don't want to just appear approved. Just going back into that Day of Atonement that I was talking about, you don't want to just look like you fasting. You know what I'm saying? People will look at you and kind of tell what you're going through and be like, yeah, that brother going on a mighty fast. You don't want to just appear to be righteous. You want to be walking righteous in honesty. Keep going.
Though we be as reprobates.
Hey, you don't want to put on that appearance, but then you actually living contrary of what you putting on. You can talk to brothers and tell them, yeah, I'm overcoming this, I'm battling this, I've been doing this, that, and the third. But hey, your actions show a whole lot of things. Give me Romans 8:16.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse number 16.
Because you can even try to, fake it with man, but you can't hide it past the angels, past Yahweh, past the Most High. It ain't gonna work that way. Go ahead.
The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh.
Right.
And if the children, then heirs of Yahweh, and joint heirs with the Mashiach. If so be that we suffer with them.
That we do what?
That we suffer with them.
And you don't want to be hanging Yahweh on the cross again, man. Right. By following the ways of the old man. That's madness. Keep going.
That we may be also glorified together.
And you want to be glorified with Yahweh when he come back, man. Right. You can't bring the old man into the kingdom, man. It's like putting the old wine in new bottles. The brother got it.
Come. Give me the book of, give me 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse number 3. Because it's a fight, you know what I'm saying, each day, right? When you wake up each day, right? Even it's a non-stop battle, man, to fight off the old man. The old man, they try to get you in your sleep, right? You know what I'm saying? You was going so strong, right? You was up, you was fighting the lust demon. As soon as you go to sleep, the demons attacking you, man. And that's the old man, right? Actually, it's like, give me Lamentations 3 and 40 first. Let me get that first.
It's the book of Lamentations, chapter 3, verse 40. Let us search and try our ways.
Let us what?
Let us search and try our ways and turn again to Yahweh.
Right, so you want to search and try your ways in this thing, man. Right? And like the brother was saying, you with yourself 24 hours of the day, man. Only you know yourself. So you should search and try your ways, man.
Right.
You can set up certain things to see if you actually in the faith or not, man. Right? And prove your own selves. Like the brother said, lest you be reprobate, lest you be rejected. Not fit for the test.
Right.
Not battle tested, man. It is a test and it is a battle and it's a constant war, which I'm going to get into, to fight that old man. Because we do fall short, right? The evil seed was sown in Adam, like I said, what's that, first Esdras 4:30, if I'm not mistaken, or second Esdras 4:30, right? Hey, that evil seed is in us, man, where we tend to go off in the flesh. So it's always a constant battle to defeat the flesh, which is actually sin that's within us, man. So give me that real quick in 2 Timothy 2 and 3.
It's the book of 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Mashiach Yahushua.
Verse 4.
No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this
Right,
life.
so no man that wars, right? If you're constantly on the battlefield, you're constantly battling to take down the old man, you don't want to look towards the world, man.
Right.
Right? To where you start to become, like the brother was going into, you become a friend with the world, man. You put your arm around the old man. But you ain't too bad. Right? I mean, we can still hit the club. I mean, I got my Bible in my pocket, though. I got the pocket rocket on.
Right.
We ever need to get out of the gym. Don't worry about it. We good. All right? You put your arm around the old man. Right? That's how you smelling the weed. Like because we keep going on the weed because, like the brother said, brothers deal with weed a lot, man.
Right.
Before coming to the truth. So we like to use that. But and you start to get comfortable, man. You know what I'm saying? I could just be around it. I mean, I ain't gonna hit it. And then you get contact high, and then he passed the butt to you, then you hit it.
Right.
You forgot everything, man.
A few drinks in.
So he said, don't entangle yourself with the cares of this life, man.
Right.
Read.
That he may please him who have chosen him to be a
And
soldier.
that's how you please the Lord, man. Because hey, your mind is set to fight the battle, right? And not to be called to go astray or be AWOL, and you start to go back into the world, man. Do your own thing. Give me Romans 7 and verse 7 real quick.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 7 and verse number 7. And it reads, what shall we say then? Is the law sin? God forbid. Nay, I had not known sin, but by the law.
He said what?
But by the law.
And that's the old man. He said, I have not known sin but by the law. See, we didn't know sin. We didn't know what sin was and what going against God was. And that's that old man. And when you come in this truth, and that old man start to creep up, right? That's you resorting back to being lawless, right? That's the old man, right? To, you know what I'm saying? Just do whatever you feel like, do whatever you think cool in your own head. Hey, that's the old man, and that's you going back into the world, man. When you have the mindset of, hey, I don't know the laws, man. I just do anything. And brothers, without the law, man, brothers just doing it. It was wild, man. Buck wild. All right? There's no order. You just did whatever, man. Right? Read on.
For I had not known lust except the law had said, thou shalt not covet.
Down to 18.
Down verse 18. For I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing.
And that's how you should think when you think about that old man, when that old man creep up. It dwells no good thing. Right? And that's a dead man. There's no life in it, man. Right? It's no spirit. It's nothing spiritual about the flesh, man. Right? It's a dead thing. It's a dead member. Right, read on.
For to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good, I find not. For the good that I would do, I do not. For the good that I would do not, but the evil which I would not, that I do. Now if I do that I would not, it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me.
This is the point right here. Read.
I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me. For I delight in the law of Yahweh after the inward man, but I see another law in my
He
members.
said what?
But I see another law in my
Right,
members,
that's the flesh, man. That's that old man. Another law in your members, read.
warring against the law of my
And
mind,
it's warring, Shalom. It's warring against the law of your mind, man. And that's that old man creeping back up. Right, read on.
and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin which is in my members.
Read.
O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death?
Keep going.
I thank Yahweh through Yahweh Shai Mashiach, our Lord. So then, with the mind, I myself serve the law of Yahweh, but with the flesh, the law of sin.
See, that old man, he moves in the spirit of sin, man. Right? Just doing whatever he wants to do. Whatever seems pleasing to his flesh. But see, when you come into this new man, this new creature, right? Like the Lord said, you can't come into this thing unless you're born again, man. Unless you be renewed in the mind, and you be renewed in the spirit, man. Right? And you become that new man by keeping the law. Right? Which is the spirit. And that's the old man that you got to kill off.
Right.
It's essentially sin. That's the old man.
Right.
You living in sin, that's the old man, man.
Right.
And we gotta kill that, and the only way to do that is like the brother was going into, you gotta examine yourself, right? Try yourself, like see if you're in the faith, right? And if you are falling short, it's like we were saying, hey, you gotta stump that damn finger that's coming out the grave, man. All right?
That's right.
Hey, put them back under the ground, man, and bury them, right? And be risen again, man.
That's right.
Right? But you got it.
Somebody give me the book of Romans, chapter 8. It started at verse number 5.
The book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 5.
That's like you just started.
See that? The whole thing. That's not that one.
Really, I was about to go there. You can start at verse 1.
Romans, chapter 8, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
There is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Hamashiach Yahushua, who walk not after the flesh,
Not after the what?
not after the flesh,
After the old man.
not after the flesh,
But after what?
but after the Spirit. For the law of the Spirit of life in Hamashiach Yahushua has made me free from the law of sin and death. For what the law could not do, in it that it was weak through the flesh, Yahweh sending his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh,
Of sinful flesh, read.
and for sin, condemned sin in the flesh.
He did what?
Condemned sin in the flesh.
What did the Lord do?
Condemned sin in the flesh.
He read that.
That the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh.
What does the old man do?
For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh.
Let's looking back to the world.
For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh.
Can you read?
But they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit.
The spirit, and what like brothers went into it in Romans chapter 7. Hey, for the law is spiritual. Right. But hey, you be a carnal man, so is a slave to sin. You carnal men, so is slaves to sin. Right? But hey, you can't let that sin, crack that whip on you, man. Hey, you gotta do you gotta kind of like be one of those slaves that stood up and grabbed that whip. Hey, and then you did one of these things, and you kind of like get it out of his hand. Like, I ain't doing that no more. Right? You ain't about to keep whooping me, man.
It's like it said he condemned flesh.
He condemned
He
it.
condemned that old man.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you condemned it. You know somebody, when you condemn something,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Hey, you put that thing down, man.
Yeah,
You put it all the way down. Make it feel like straight trash, man. Right? You keep reading though.
Verse number 6.
Huh?
For to be carnally minded is death.
What is sin?
For to be carnally minded is death.
What is the old man?
For to be carnally minded is death. But to be spiritually minded
Is what?
is life and peace.
That's what?
Is life and
And
peace.
according to Sirach 19:19, this is the doctrine of life. These laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Right? It's the doctrine of life. Right? Then he said Baruch 4:1, right? He said, hey, those that keep the commandments are gonna become the life, but such that leave it is gonna die.
Right.
Can you read?
Verse number 7. Because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh.
It's what?
It is enmity against Yahweh.
Hey, so if you're a friend of this world, hey, you're an enemy against the Most High. Right? To be carnally minded is enmity. right? Between you and the Lord, right? Like it said in Isaiah 59 and verse 2, right? You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's because your iniquities which separated you from God, right? You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
For it is no subject to the law of Yahweh,
Uh-huh.
neither indeed can be.
It can't be. It won't be. That's why these carnal men, right? These carnal sisters, these carnal men and women out here, all they do is worry about the flesh, right? Like it said in 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 6. She that live in pleasure is dead while she alive.
Right.
Right? And we the wife of the Lord, right? Right? So if you out here living in pleasure, Israel as a nation as a whole, that's married to the Lord, right? That's betrothed to the Lord, right? Y'all here being a whore, man. Hey, you gonna be dead. The Lord gonna kill you.
Right.
Straight up. Right? Give me the book of Sirach, chapter 42 and verse number 24.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 42 and verse number 24.
Like the brother was just saying earlier, man, hey, it's a battle, right? You at a war with the flesh, right? We warn against our flesh every day, right? You know what I'm saying? But hey, I never seen a man that's in war that go out there and throw himself out there in a line of fire, right? He go out there with no vest. He go out there with no helmet. He go out there with, he just got a throwing knife and a couple of arrows with no bow, right? You know what I'm saying? Talking about you about to go out there and war. Well, your boots not laced up. You out there with dog sandals on, right? And a tank top.
Hey, walking out there like you invincible, like Denzel at Training Day.
Yeah.
You know, the Russians pulled up on him. He just gonna step out the car and light up the square.
Right. Right. Brother, you're not Luke Cage. You're not made of steel.
Right.
Right?
saw in all his movies.
Like, real quick, I had made a point in the breakdown I did a minute ago. You know what I'm saying? When it's a battle, there's no tie in a battle. It's either gonna be somebody that come out victorious and somebody gonna come out defeated, man.
Right.
And like the brother just going into, you should come with your best weapons, man.
Exactly.
You can't just come with your, you know what I'm saying, your weakest weapons and say, yeah, I'm gonna get the W, man. I'm gonna get the dub. No, man, hey, you gotta come with your best stuff, man.
Exactly. You gotta come out there, hey, ready for war, man. Hey, the brother was bringing out earlier, man. The brother Ozzy, man. Hey, you gotta be battle tested. You gotta withstand the test, man.
Right.
Right? Isn't it saying that inside Righteous 2 verse 1? You gotta prepare your soul for temptation.
Right.
Yeah. Right? You gotta go out there. You ain't gonna go out there, hey, butt naked, man. Right? You gonna have that dog on you, man. Right? You gotta have that dog on you, man.
Right.
Or they gonna catch you. You ain't wanna go out there and get caught slipping, man.
Like what they say in the world, say you gotta stay ready so you ain't gotta
Get ready, man. And it's the way that you stay ready, right? By not being carnally minded. But bring that out.
Sirach, chapter 42 and verse 24.
Bring it out.
All things are double one against another.
Or double one against another. You got good on the right hand side, and you got evil on the left hand side, man. Right? Can you read?
And he had made nothing
He
imperfect.
made nothing imperfect, right? Hey, even this flesh that we is in, man, right? You know what I'm saying? Only one that was perfect in this flesh was Yahweh Shai, man, right? Because he condemned the sin. He condemned the flesh. He condemned that wanting to go off, man. He condemned it because he had the power to do so. He was full of the Spirit, doing what the Lord told him to do, right? And that's what, and we could all strive to be there, man, right? You know what I'm saying? Hey, no, they're not gonna sit here and say, hey, no man ain't sinned before, no man ain't fell short before, because we all fell short, right? But it's time to, hey, stop falling, man. Like I tell my sons all the time when they keep tripping, hey, stop falling, man, right? Get up.
Right.
Don't just sit there and cry. Don't just sit there and pout. Pick your head up, stand up, remember where you fell, remember how you fell, and don't do it again. And it's time to stop being slaves to that flesh, man. It's time to grab the whip and condemn it, man.
Right.
Right? Keep reading them.
One thing established the good of another.
One thing could establish the good of another, man. Right? That old man being put to death establishes the good man, the one that's in life now, the one that's in the spirit, right? Because you remember those days. You remember, you don't reminisce, you don't dwell, but you remember them days when you was down and bad, right? When you was high off that weed, right? You know what I'm saying? When you walk, the Most High God might send you a sign of one of your old friends, right, that you used to get high with, hey, down bad, right? Sitting with his butt on the curb, asking for change, right? Leaning off the dope. And you remember, like, damn, man, I remember that used to be me, right? And that establishes and boosts up your spirit to make you want to worship the Lord even harder. Keep reading.
And who shall be filled with beholding his glory.
Because despite of our sins and what we've been through, man, we don't never understand the mercies of the Lord. We will never understand how the Most High God can have so much mercy on us, man. Right? All we gotta do now, from now on now, is just, is thank the Most High for his mercy, right? That's been new every day. Because just yesterday, when we was in that old man, right? You said, hey, we could have died. But it was the Most High God's mercy that brought us to life. And you in the book of Tobit, chapter 12, verse 10.
It's the book of Tobit, chapter 12 and verse number 10. But they that sin are enemies to their own
I
life.
said what?
But they that sin are enemies to their own
But
life.
if you go out there and you willfully sin, you're an enemy to your own life. Right? You put your own life in jeopardy. Right? Like you said in Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 31, man. Right? It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. You going out there butt naked, man. You going out there like, hey, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I got this. Your home, hey, the spirit telling you, hey, come on, hey, put a vest on. Hey, take this vest. Hey, take this AR, right? You know what I'm saying? Hey, take these boots. Hey, take this level 6 vest. Hey, you just sit there like, nah, I'm good. You just go out there. Hey, don't go out, man. I don't think you should go around Rodney, man. You know, you say, he be out there in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, Rodney good, man. We good, man.
I know him my whole life.
I know him my whole life. Look, then you say, oh, I feel the Lord.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a light to him.
I'm gonna be a light to him. Man, Rodney done killed like 6 people, man.
Yeah.
You got 6 bodies.
He got 6 bodies and the whole block is after his head, man.
Damn, Legion.
Right? You talking about you about to go to Rodney, go out there with Rodney, y'all up there eating lunch. Hey, Rodney leave you in the daggone restaurant. Cause he seen them dudes that was on his tail. They seen you with him. So that ain't gonna get you.
And the feds on.
Right? Yup. And the feds on them. Now they about to grab you up for conspiracy. Cause they think you know something that they need to know.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Hey, you either wear this white or you going down for conspiracy. 25 years. Right? All because you think you out there, because you think you body, man. Right? Because you think you're gonna go out there, you're gonna do what you want to do. No, you gotta do what the Lord said do. You can't keep sinning, right? Because you sin against your own life. You put your own life at stake, right? But brothers, guy.
So going into it, man, brothers in the spirit, man, because it's definitely a spiritual battle. Give me Jeremiah 46 and verse number 3.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 46 and verse number 3. Sorry. Order ye the buckler and shield.
Do what?
Order ye the buckler and shield.
Hey, this ain't like no Amazon work. You can't just go in there and tell someone, I'm gonna get a buckler, I'm gonna get a shield. No, the buckler and your shield is gonna be in these scriptures, man.
Right.
The buckler and your shield is actually within you already, man. We already got the spirit of the Lord in us. That's why we like to quote the precepts that Christians use all out of context. Like we say that we can do all things through the Lord. So we can have a strong defense against Satan, man, against the old man. And like you said, the old man, it don't take for you to be around him all the time. Like brother said, you get caught up in a case with a brother, and it's the first time you actually seen him in 20 years. And then you could be in a true 20 years, and the first time you go to kick it with the old man, you're jammed up. You get caught up that easy. So you gotta order you the shield and the buckler. Keep going.
Gone. Saki. And draw near to battle.
And do what?
And draw near to battle.
And when you grab your shield and your buckler, you still can't sit in the corner just wallowing in your sorrows. You got to be able to run to the battle. When you look at a war, it's always that front line going out there. And them men that's on the front line, they not walking up there timid. You see them shaking and about ready to drop their weapons, man. They got their arm up in the air. They in the spirit. They running. They yelling. And as soon as they take up like charge, man, they ready to do some damage to these demons. Keep going.
Harness the horses and get up, ye horsemen, and stand forth with your helmets. What's that? Furbish the spears.
Do what?
Furbish the spears.
Hey, furbish it, man. You got to sharpen that thing up. You got to be like Ramsey in the kitchen, man, when he getting that thing ready, man. You got to make sure that blade is nice and sharp. You can't come in there with no dull or butter knife thinking you're going to do some damage.
Right.
This ain't prison. You can't come in there with a little shield and think you're going to slay a demon, man.
Right.
You got to come in there with the biggest, best weapon you got, man. Keep going.
And put on the brigandine. Wherefore have I seen them dismayed?
And do what?
Wherefore have I seen them dismayed?
And you want to see your old man dismayed. You want the old man to see you, and he's sitting there with open arms, like, "Come on, man! I ain't seen you in a minute. Bring it in." Dog. Yeah. That was only a matter of time. Where you been, man? How you been? Oh, you done with that Israelite thing, man? You still kicking with the Lord, man? Hey, come over here, man. We got bottles. We got women. Keep going.
And turned away back.
And did what?
And turned away back.
Hey, man, you don't want to be turning back, man. Looking at the destruction like Lot's wife. You getting salvation. You this close to it, but then you look back at what was in the world, man, thinking you leaving something behind. Keep going.
And their mighty ones are beaten down, and are fled apace,
Right.
and look not back.
Said, what do you need to do?
And look not back.
So what you need to be doing is the opposite. Look not back, man. Keep going. Charge forward. Go ahead.
For fear was round about, saith Yahweh.
And it ain't nothing but fear in these demons. These demons ain't got no power unless you really give it to them. You got something?
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
Let me get 1 Samuel chapter 17 and verse 48.
It's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17 and verse number 48. And it came to pass, when the Philistines arose and came and drew nigh to meet David, that David hasted and ran toward the army to meet the Philistines. And David put his hand in his bag and took thence a stone and slain it and smote the Philistine in his forehead, and a stone sunk into his forehead and fell upon it, and he fell upon his face to the earth.
Yeah, hey, you gotta kind of like know you're gonna win.
Right.
You gotta have in your mind, I'm finna beat this thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And get ready and run towards the thing. You know what I'm saying? I always, growing up, I used to look at a metaphorical wall. Like in my mind, there ain't no wall I ain't gonna climb. I never ran in the face of danger. And now I'm in a position I can't run anyway. So I'm used to it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what the Lord telling us, hey, you gotta know you're finna do this thing. Don't look back. Get ready for the battle. You know what I'm saying? And you know the Lord looking for men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how we gotta think. Hey, dude can be 30 foot tall. Yeah, that's unimaginable, but I'm finna knock his out. You know what I'm saying? That's spirit. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna knock. Yeah.
Like all the same
Same
height, just like as if y'all the same height.
Yeah.
I'm bigger.
Yeah.
It's a brother on Clubhouse at SOT. He do MMA, and it was a brother that was in there that was talking about sparring with him, and like dude was like, yeah, people got to be in the same weight range, same this, same that, and I was like, I don't care. Let's spar. Let's go ahead. I want a challenge. That's how you can feel in this truth.
Right.
You got something?
Yeah, I just want to because that's what faith is, belief.
Yeah.
When God told Abraham to to go deliver his son up, man. He was, Abraham had it in his head. He like, you told me through my son Isaac that the world's gonna be, the blessing gonna come through Isaac. But if you get rid of him, what was on Abraham's head, he had to know that the Most High God was gonna raise him back up.
Right.
So that's what faith is, man. To believe.
So I'm gonna bring a precept on that point, man, because that's a heavy thing that we need to store up. Is faith. That's one of the shields and bucklers that we actually got is faith. Because the rest of the world, they don't have that faith. We the only ones that actually have that faith, deep in us. I work with people that that get jammed up in the situation and they say that they have faith, but in reality, you can tell like by their actions that they're really scared. So go to Hebrews 11:1.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 11 and verse number 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for.
The what?
Now faith is the substance of things hoped for,
Right?
the evidence of things not seen.
Hey, you can't see faith. You can't see hope. Like I'm saying, you can't go on Amazon. You can't order from a website and hope FedEx gonna pull up and come knock on your door and hey, here's the faith that you've been looking for. Now, it don't work that way, man.
Right.
The Lord ain't a genie. You can't just sit there and rub on the bottle. I'm gonna make a couple wishes and it's just gonna come up and boom. I see a dove coming out the sky and now all of a sudden I got faith. I got hope. It don't work like that.
Right.
Keep going.
For by it the elders obtained a good report.
About what?
For by it the elders obtained a good report.
And that's how you obtain that good report, man. Killing off the old man and having faith that you can do so. Not being afraid of him, not being worried, not having second thoughts, man. Keep going.
Verse number 3. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God, so that things which were seen were not made of things which do appear.
So the old man, you know, he ain't gonna physically walk up on you. Like we started off with the lesson, you can't sit there and just walk up to a grave and just dig up the old man. He's not really there. The old man, he's just a shadow of former things, man. Right. He's just a shadow that's leaking over you. He trying to touch you. I forgot what movie that was, but it was like he kept trying to touch your shoulder, and like every time the person would move away, you see the particles kind of just disappear because he's not really there. It's in your mind, man, and you can't let that thing take over you like that. Go to Baruch chapter 4 and verse 28.
It's the book of Baruch, chapter 4,
I'm about to look that up.
and verse number 28. For as it was your mind to go astray from Yahweh, so being returned, seek him 10 times more.
What do we need to do?
Seek him 10 times more.
Hey, the same way that we used to run to the things of the world, we need to be running from those things 10 times faster to get away from it, man. To fleeing from that thing as if it was the face of a serpent, man.
All right.
Ain't that what happened like when with the magicians with Moses, man? He dropped the snake, everybody kind of got up out of there. They was afraid of that thing, man. And that's how it is with the old man. You want to run from that. Not sit there and try to, I can pick it up. I can trick the snake to be cool with me. I can put it on my arm and sleep with it and let it go around my neck, man. It was a couple months ago we was at camp. We seen these people walk over with groups of snakes. They told I raised it from a baby, you know, so the snake, it trusts me. I sleep with it. I'm like, man, that snake is sizing you up, bro.
Yeah.
that snake is like, hey, one day I'm gonna get just strong enough. I'm gonna eat enough. I'm gonna get long enough and take you down. That's how the old man is. The old man going, one day I'm gonna get strong enough. I'm gonna catch him at his weakest point. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him good. He ain't never gonna come back from this, man. You don't want to let that thing jam you up like that.
Hey, and I was gonna say, I think somebody asked him, would he let him have him just be around? Nah, he said he'd leave it around his kids.
Yeah, around his
just
little
drunk,
his little daughter.
just drunk in the mind with it. Man,
He said
come on,
he put it in the what's the name with his baby.
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah, in the crib. Yeah,
he
that
put
was
it in the
mad.
crib with his baby.
He was Esau.
No, that's Jake.
Oh no.
Jake and Eve, man. Madness.
It was some white people. It was some white people with him.
It was.
Yeah,
It was somebody
he
that was
was
in
in.
white lady out there. But there was more of them than it was there. But yeah, we're gonna grab a couple clothes. Let's get up out of here. Go to
Let me get this.
Get in there.
Give me the book of Genesis, chapter 32, and verse number 24, real quick.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 32, and verse 24. And Jacob was up alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh. And the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint, and he wrestled with him. And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. And he said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel.
What?
But Israel.
What?
But Israel.
Read.
For as a prince thou hast power with God.
You got what?
Has power with God and with men, and has
So
prevailed.
about that out. Look, we got power with the Most High, man.
Right.
And us being Israelites, and we gonna prevail. Like we was just going into us going through a battle with the old man, right, which is technically the flesh and the spirit, right? And you gotta, like the brother said, you gotta have confidence, man, that you gonna overcome that thing, man. Right? That you gonna prevail. And I'm not, he said, he ain't letting up, man.
Right.
Jacob said, hey, I don't give a damn what time it is. I ain't letting you go till you bless me. Right? You gonna give me that blessing.
Hey, that's how it is when brothers be wrestling. It got you in that headlock, got you all on the ground. You can't get out. Get up off me. Get up off me. Let me go. Like, no.
Jake ain't tapping. Jake don't want to tap. I'm like, I ain't tapping out. Nope.
I'm pass out for
Yeah. Give me Matthew 10 and 1. I'll make this quick. So you got power, Israel, man.
Right.
Read that.
The book of Matthew, chapter 10, and verse number 1. And when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power.
He gave them what?
He gave them power against unclean spirits,
Against the unclean spirits, man. Read.
to cast them out and heal all manner of sickness.
Right, so you got power to cast out unclean spirits. And the unclean spirits that left you, right, which is whatever you was doing in the world, man, right? And you came renewed in the spirit, you came in this truth, right? And you put all these spirits behind you. So when they creep up, you got to remember that the Lord gave us power, right, to overcome these unclean spirits, man, and to cast them out, right? So you got to remember that power that you was given. Let me get one more. Acts chapter 19 and verse number, let's see what I want. 19 and started at 11.
The book of Acts chapter 19 and verse 11. And Yahweh wrought special miracles by the hand of Paul, so that from his body were brought unto the sick. Verse 13. Then certain of the vagabond Jews exorcists took upon them to call over them which had evil spirits the name of the Lord Yahushua, saying, we adjourn you by Yahushua, whom Paul preached.
Right, so look, they said, look, we gonna cast out some spirits too, man. Look, we saying it by the name of Jesus, of Yahushua, the same God that Paul speak about. Read.
And there were 7 sons of Sekavah, a Jew and chief of the priests, which did so. And the evil spirits answered and said, Yahushua I know, and Paul I know, but who are ye?
Right, the demon said, who the hell are you, man?
Right.
Right, you ain't in the spirit like Yahushua and Paul, man. Right? You think you can cast out these demons? And this is for brothers that's thinking about the world, man. You ain't gonna be able to put up that fight because you coming with a shattered damn shield, right? Your sword dull as hell, right? Your helmet backwards, right?
On one side.
And it's broken on one side. You get thrust through, man. You ain't gonna be able to use the power that you was given. Read 16.
And the man in whom the evil spirit was
Like
leaped,
the man whom the evil spirit was in, when they was trying to cast out, what happened?
leaped on
You
them,
said what happened?
Leaped
The
on
spirit
them.
leaped on them, man. All right, read.
and overcame them,
And did what?
and overcame
And
them,
what else?
and prevailed against
And
them.
prevailed against you, man. When you Israel, right? You a prince with the power. You supposed to prevail. But the demon got one up. Right? You got defeated. And what happened?
So that they fled out the house naked and wounded.
Damn. Took all your took everything from you, man. Left you naked and wounded. That's crazy, man.
He know it. Don't close.
So don't get defeated by these demons and don't get defeated by that old man to where you fall out of this thing, man.
Right.
And that's what happened when a lot of brothers go ghost. And we where the hell the brother go? But the brother was, you know what I'm saying, getting his ass beat by these demons and that old man, right? He took him down in the grave with him, right? Come here, all right? Come live down, come stay down here. And the brother kicked his feet up and he got good with it, man. All right, so brothers get some clothes and precepts.
Give me the book of 2nd Ezra, right? Chapter 16. It started at verse number 74.
This book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, and verse number 74. And it reads, Hear, O ye, my beloved, saith the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same.
Right? So the Most High God ain't delivering nobody that's an enemy towards him. And the Most High God will not deliver a man, right, that's willingly going off into the world, right? Because as it said in James 4 verse 4, to love this world makes you an enemy of the Most High God. Right? Keep reading.
Be not afraid,
Be scared.
be not afraid,
Be doubtful.
be not afraid,
Uh-huh.
neither doubt,
Neither doubt, read.
for Yahweh is your God,
Uh-huh.
and the guide of them who keep my
And the
commandments,
guide of who?
and the guide of them who keep my
Not
commandments,
the guide of carnality.
and the guide of them who keep my
Not
commandments,
the guide of the old man.
and the guide of them who keep my commandments,
Uh-huh.
and precepts,
And precepts, read.
said the Lord God, let not your sins weigh you down,
Uh-huh.
and let not your iniquities lift up themselves.
This is what happens, right? When a man fall or slip, with that, I had that old thought, right? You know, hey, that man started thinking that, hey, well, the old man got me. He didn't even get you, but now he about to get you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you just sitting there wallowing because you fell short, right? Not because you fell down one time, ain't because you scraped your daggone knee. Nah, get up. Don't let that old man, you know how you seen somebody, I don't know if you seen how the bullies be doing. Like a nerd might trip and fall in the hallway, and the daggone bully might just come and step on his back like, oops, excuse me. Don't let the old man bully you, man. Don't let the old man step his foot on your back and keep it there. Hey, get up, man. Hey, you gotta fight, man. Right? Give me the book of Philippians chapter 4 and verse 13. Because you can do it. Right? The Most High God told you could do it.
Right.
He put the spirit in you for you to do it. He said he gave you the spirit of fear, but of love, peace, and a sound mind, man. Right? The Most High God is a God of power, man. And his power is you read that out.
It's the book of Philippians chapter 4 and verse 13. I can do all things through Hamashiach, which strengtheneth me.
Who do what?
Which strengtheneth me.
Hey, you can do it, man. You can fight that old man. Hey, you can beat him, right? Hey, you can beat him this round, right? This is the thing is with the old man fighting the old man, the rounds don't end. See, the thing is, the boxers got mercy. They got something to look forward to, right? Getting to the 12th round, right? But fighting against that old man, right? You looking all the way out into a damn deep ocean, man. It's the rounds never ending, right? You gotta keep fighting a good fight of faith, right? You know what I'm saying? And you gotta keep contending, right? Because if you don't, that's what the old man gonna lift up themselves, right? Over top you. They're gonna be jumpy, right? They're gonna be like on that Don't Be a Menace movie. When they was jumping that dude, they're gonna leave you flat in the street. Straight pancake.
Straight up.
Straight up with you. They ain't coming alone, man. Spirits don't come alone. You get caught with one demon, you call this homeboard. They tag you in, man, it's a Royal Rumble, right? You hear some, it's a table, ladders, and chairs, man, Royal Rumble, right?
For me?
For me, ma. You know what I'm saying? He coming through with the elbow, wow. Lust coming through with the damn knee to the groin, ah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that weed coming, hey, blinding your nose, woo. You know what I'm saying? They coming through beating your ass, man, right? So, but that's only if you don't fight back. That's only if you don't get up. Because I was always told in the streets, right? When I was young and coming up, right? When you get in jump, hey, you better not hit the ground. You better not. You better stand up and fight, right? You better stand. I heard a wise saying from an elder, man, right? I'd rather die on my feet fighting than die on my knees begging for my life, man.
Right.
Right? Hey, and the Most High God, he's a man of war, and he told us we got to fight, man. Right? Give me the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4 and verse number 14.
The book of Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 14. O Jerusalem, wash thine heart.
What we gotta do?
Wash thine heart.
We gotta wash it, man. Wash your heart. Wash your heart from all of the wickedness, from all of the doubt, from all of the worry. Hey, wash your heart. Hey, cleanse that old heart. Clean your mind, renew it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, wash that old dirty, because you know, Jake, they don't like being dirty, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you get a speck on your shirt, you gotta change the whole fit. Right? Because that shirt might have went with them pants, and that pants might have went with them shoes. So if you get the shirt messed up, you gotta change the whole clothes, man. Right? You gotta wash it. You gotta be clean. Can you read?
Wash thine heart from wickedness.
Wash thine heart from what?
From wickedness.
From wickedness. Read.
That thou mayest be saved. How long shall thy vain thoughts lodge within thee?
How long you gonna let them vain thoughts lodge within you? How long? Right? How long will you let them vain thoughts lodge within your heart, lodge within your mind? Wash it out. Because that's the problem with a lot of our people, man. Right? A lot of Israel. Right? They come in, throw the fringes, know the commandments, get a few breakdowns, understand who they are. But guess what? Their heart's still dirty, man. Right? Right? You gotta wash that out, man. You gotta be fully cleansed. You gotta be fully renewed. Right? We get one last precept. We pass. 2 Maccabees, chapter 15. Verse number 7. Salaki.
The book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 15, and verse number 7. But Maccabeus had ever sure
He
confidence.
said he had what?
Had ever sure confidence.
Nah, he wasn't sure.
Had ever sure confidence that the Lord would help him.
Hey, because the Lord is on our side. What can man do to us, man? What can an old man do? Right? Old man ain't got no power over you. Right? And the Lord said, hey, ain't no man got no power to retain the spirit. Right? And there's no discharge in death. Right? And neither can wickedness deliver them. Right? Greatly paraphrasing. Right? That's given to it. But read that one more time.
But Maccabeus had ever sure confidence that the Lord would help him.
He read.
Wherefore he exhorted his people
Uh-huh.
not to fear the coming of the
Not
heathen,
to fear the what?
not to fear the coming of the heathen against them,
Uh-huh.
but to remember the help which is in the former times
Uh-huh.
they have received from heaven,
Uh-huh.
and now expect the
They
victory.
do what?
And now to expect the
They
victory.
now expect it. It's expected that we're gonna win. When we got the Lord on our side, we expected to win. Right? He read.
And aid which should come from them from the Almighty.
From the Almighty, man. Right? What brothers got?
Give me Sirach chapter 6 and verse 18.
The book of Sirach, chapter 6, and verse number 18. My son, gather instruction
Do
from,
what?
Gather instruction.
from thy youth up.
It said gather instruction from your youth up, man.
Right.
And your youth are coming into this walk, not your youth from when you was 5 years old, didn't know no better, up until you was a teenager and wanted to go out there and do wickedness, man. Keep going.
So shalt thou find wisdom till thine old age.
Till what?
Till thine old age.
Hey, you want to find wisdom until the day that you give up the ghost, man.
Right.
Don't strive to be like Saul. Be more like David. Out here slaying your enemies, man.
Right.
Said David, his
Saul have killed his
Saul, yeah, his thousands, but David's 10,000. So like water for that. And I was like, yeah, man, you want to be like David out here slaying stuff, man, slaying demons, not sitting there trying to keep them in your crib. Go up to verse 13.
Separate thyself from thine enemies and take heed of thy friends.
And separate from your enemies, man. Separate from the old man. Separate from the wicked men that you know in the world, man. Separate from your wicked family. Anything that's trying to pull you out of this truth, man, you got to flee from it. Like I was saying, like from the face of a serpent, man.
Right.
Get away from that thing. Take hold of your friends, man. Your friend is wisdom.
Right.
I always like to say, man, hey, I ain't got two physical wives, but I got two wives, man. The first one being wisdom.
See that? Right.
Hey, and she gonna keep me, man. As long as I stay faithful and truthful to her, man, I ain't got nothing to worry about.
Right.
Go to 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 12.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10,
See that?
and verse number 12.
Right, bring it out.
And it reads, Wherefore, let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall.
That what?
Take heed lest he fall.
Hey, you might think that you standing up, man. You gonna think that you overcoming these old demons. But in reality, man, hey, you letting them beat you down, man. Like you said, got you in the full Nelson. Got you in the walls of Jericho, just sitting there waiting for you to tap out.
Right.
And instead of even just tapping out, hey, instead you rather just pass out. Just go down to the grave with it, man.
Right.
That what they you don't want to be what they call it I forgot what it's called, like in a wrestling match, like when you actually when you just pass out and you don't never even win, it ain't like you just tapped out, you
KO.
yeah, like you just done. It killed you.
TKO.
You out of here, man. Read that one more time.
God. Wherefore, let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall.
Lest he fall, man. You gotta take heed. Because a just man gonna fall 7 times, man. And when you fall, you want to be able to pull yourself out of it. Not just sit there and be like, well, I'm laying down here. It feels good. Like that Steve Urkel thing. I fall and then I can't get up, man. You don't want to be like that in this walk, man. You want to be grounded, be rooted in this thing. Your brother got it.
Come. See that? Give me the book of I'm gonna start with Ephesians 4 and 22. Actually, no. I'm gonna hold that for last. Give me the book of 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse number 20.
It's the book of 2 Peter, chapter 2, and verse number 20. For if after they have escaped the pollution of the world,
What?
escaped the pollution of the
See,
world,
when we came in this truth, we escaped the pollution of the world, man. All the evilness and the filthiness of the world, and we kind of escaped that, man. We're not partakers of that anymore. Read.
through the knowledge of our Lord and Savior,
And that's how we got it. Through the knowledge of the Lord, Yahushua. Right? Yahweh by Shemi Yahushua. Read.
Yahushua Mashiach, they are again entangled therein and overcome the latter end is worse with them than the
And
beginning.
you become worse. If you fall back and entangle yourself back into the world, after you just escaped it, right? You escaped it through the Lord, man. You start to learn who you were, start to keep the commandments. You go back into that world, you're gonna be worse off than you were from the beginning, man. And as you've been in this truth for however long you've been, Hey, the world has been getting more wicked and wickeder as you've been in this truth, man.
Right.
So if you go back into the world, I mean, you're gonna be way worse off than you were first getting in this thing, man.
All right.
All right, is there more on that?
That was it. Oh, you gonna keep going?
Nah.
For it had been better for them to have not known the way of
They say
righteousness.
you was better that you ain't even known this thing, man. You should have just never even came in this thing, man. Cause it's gonna be way worse off. It's gonna be way worse for you, read.
Then after they have known it, to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them.
Read.
But it is happened unto them according to the true
What's
proverb.
happening is according to this true proverb, this wise saying, what happened?
The dog is turned to his own vomit again, and the soul that was washed to her wallowing in the mire.
So don't turn back to your own vomit, man. You threw up all of the madness and the wickedness, and you go back and just turn back and eat that again, man. Right? And put it all back into you. Right? It said you can't put new wine into old bottles, man. You can't put a nasty piece of garment and you put it on your fresh white tee. Right? You can't do that, man. You can't fit the old man with the new man. Right? So you gotta be clean in this thing. Give me the book of Revelation 3 and 3, then I'm gonna go to the Ephesians.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 3, and verse number 3.
Go to 2.
Verse 2. Be watchful and strengthen the things which remain that are ready to die, for I have not found thy works perfect before Yahweh.
Read.
Remember therefore how thou hast received and heard, and hold fast, and repent.
And do what?
And repent.
You gotta remember how you received the herd, man. Don't remember how you freaked off and rolled up the blunt. Remember how you received and heard this truth. This is what you should be laying your mind upon. Read.
If therefore thou shalt not watch, I will come unto thee as a thief, and thou shalt not know what hour I will come upon
What
thee.
you gotta watch? You gotta watch your spirit, man. See what manner of spirit you in, man. Right? Are you in the faith? We already went over that. You gotta examine yourself. Try your ways, man. So give me the book of Ephesians 4 and 22.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 4, and verse 22. That ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man.
The what?
The old man.
The what?
The old man.
Read.
Which is corrupt according to deceitful lust.
Right? And everything that was in the world was full of lust, man.
Right.
You wanted the money because you wanted the women, right? You wanted the women to stud on the men, right? You wanted the car to be flashy for the women. You wanted to get high because it felt good. Everything was just lustful, man. Right. All right? It's corrupt. Read.
And be renewed in the spirit of your
And
mind.
it starts with your mind. The brother brought that out earlier. Right? That's you killing that old man. It's in your mind, man. Your mind's thinking about that old man and the old ways in the world.
Right.
So you got to be renewed in your mind, read.
And that you put on the new
You
man.
put on the what?
And that you put on the new
Who's us in
man.
this truth?
And that you put on the new
Who's being an
man.
Israelite?
And that you put on the new man.
Read.
Which after Yahweh is created in righteousness and true
All right,
holiness.
so with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. Lord willing, y'all continue to have a mighty Sabbath. All right, Lord willing, you continue to kill that old man in these last days. By the spirit and power of Yahweh. By Shema Mashiach, Woman like Yahushua. Come here, Shah.